The Queer Eye drama is telling us several important points about workplace bullying for employees and organizations. One, that Karamo timed this to a T. He knew if he disclosed earlier that they would have publicists out, that he would get discredited, that they'd have a whole spin. He surprised them. He didn't just do that in front of any interview, he did that for the Miss Gail King interview. He knew she would ask about it. Now, y'all know I'm always telling you to have your documentation ready. If he thought of it this thoroughly, I'm sure he has documentation. We'll see what happens. It's not over. Netflix is not going to let this go easily, but Karamo was a big star, and that's the other big thing about organizations. One bully will tear everything apart. We don't know how many or who, but it does cause the downfall of your organization. And I just wrote a book where one of the chapters is on workplace bullying. I've done a lot in that space, and it was so hard to find a credible U.S. corporate example, because every chapter in my book, I talk about the research that I've done on the unwritten rules of work and give case study examples. And it was so hard. Y'all know, last year I asked you, I'm having trouble finding a credible bullying case because it's swept under the rug so much in the US. Because technically bullying isn't illegal, a hostile work environment is. But it often gets swept under the rug, you're told to get over it, move on, but it tears the organization apart. And I did end up finding one example. It's very public, very famous, but not usually talked about through a bullying lens. So even then, when it happens, we don't talk about it. But this should be a lesson for HR leaders everywhere. You can have a great product, a great service, a great team, get a toxic bully, and if your leaders allow it, they're all bullies, it's a ticking time bomb. Let this be a lesson to us too, because most workplace bullying goes not reported because people don't feel like anything's going to happen for good reason. This is why you should be filing with the EEOC, and I know they're trying to rip it apart right now, but you should be filing. I did a course on how. It is not expensive. It's in my school. It's $15 a month. You can definitely do it within a month. On how to file with the EEOC. You don't need a lawyer. A lot of people don't know that. I mean, it's always best if you do, but you don't need one. And the course also teaches you how to document. I partnered with someone who won her workplace bullying case in the United States. And we teach you in Module 2 about that. And it is so important to do that. And I don't think you have to pay to file with the EEOC. You just need to do it correctly. Most of them aren't done in a way that the EEOC can do anything. But you need to, because these people need to be called out and caught. And finally, let the lesson also be that what happens to others comes back on us. Because I have been in so many situations where either I've been bullied at the work or somebody else has been, and nobody does anything, and then they're shocked after they've done nothing, and then the bully comes for them. Like, oh, you just blamed the victim and you just thought that asshole wouldn't turn on you? No. Once they shift from one target to the other, once that target's not accessible, either they quit, they move to another target, or they end it, it's not over. And so Bobby blew that whistle a couple years ago now. That was when Netflix should have gotten its act together, but no, it didn't. And now it looks like a pattern. Of course, there's the overarching Karamo's the only black man on that show. I doubt there's a lot of black executives running that show or leadership level. And there's plenty others are saying on that. That isn't necessarily my place.